Seems lights out, and away we go here at Interlagos. And who's going to get the lead into the first corner? It's amazing stuff from Barch's Class, who's already got the jump on Byrne into the first corner. But Byrne going to hang it around the outside through into the first corner, but Kloss could hang it around the outside to turn 2, and Kloss grabs the lead. Barch's Class leads the Brazilian Grand Prix as he makes his way out of turn 3. Clark now, the former teammate of Byrne now, he's got around about 10 laps less of fuel. He's on the inside of him, going down towards turn number 4 on the racetrack, and he's grabbed second place of ease. Not a brilliant start from Byrne. It looks like he's on the one stop. A good start from Car, who's up to 5th. He's got the jump on road coming around turn 4 there, as I think everyone, no, he's...
Also, I think both Ferraris have suffered damage from this. Yeah, it was Ferrari into the back of Chatfield, into the back of Mocho. It will be interesting also, it could be a 2-stop with a short first stint, but let's see. As now Chang overtakes.
Yeah, Chung on the inside now, then a Byrne, and she takes 3rd from the Mercedes driver up into P3. Goes lower. Chung is now Armand Carr will try and attack his teammate in towards turn 4. George Roque is also right behind. Byrne is also right behind Roque as well, so he's been able to jump a place at the start from Joseph Wells. And now Carr on the inside of his teammate going down towards turn 4. Roque just behind. This is the same scene that we saw from Road America last week, and Carr takes the place from Byrne. Anyway, meanwhile, the 2 Red Bulls now then are currently trying to have a go at the Mercedes in front now. Then there's now Roque tries to have a look on the inside of Byrne, and Kloss with another fastest lap of the race as Roque now goes to the inside of Jesus Byrne's Mercedes now then as they make their way in towards the first corner, and Roque has got the place of Byrne now then, who seems to be suffering a little bit from that heavy fuel load, and Byrne also goes around the outside of his former teammate to get up into 6th place. Well, as his teammate DeRose is making his way up through the field, he's up into P16. As meanwhile, Byrne on the inside of Roque, and he's got the move done. Byrne up into 5th.
Has been closing the gap rapidly over these last couple of laps but now Amakar will have the first opportunity to pass Laura Chang into turn 4, and I think he will make the move, and here there he goes, Amakar into 3rd place.
Around turn 3 we go. Here comes Byrne, who's going to try and line up Chung for an overtake for P4 as he's now going to go onto the inside of the championship leader. Byrne now then on the inside of Laura Chung, heading down towards turn number 4, and he gets the move done. Evan Byrne up into 4th position. Into the first corner now, and then coming around the final couple of corners, we go on the racetrack as Byrne goes side by side with Armand Carr, heading down towards the first corner. Side by side go the pair of them as they head down towards the first corner, as it looks like Byrne's just got the edge going into the first corner, and Evan Byrne is up into 3rd position, and well, it looks like he's going to get it done as he's put Carr in a compromised position through to turn 2 there, and now Byrne's next target will be Roman Quagg in the Renault. On the Renault driver down towards the first corner like he did with Carr earlier on, and he's already going to pull to the left-hand side now. There's a Byrne on the inside of Roman Quagg, heading down towards the first corner. Can Byrne get the move done here on Roman Quagg down towards the first corner? Has he got the move done? The answer to that is yes. Evan Byrne up into 2nd position now. Carr is now right on the back of Quagg, and he seems much closer to him than what he was last time. Can he get him into turn 1 this time by as they make their way down the pit straight, side by side they go, heading down towards the first corner now. Then we go on the racetrack. Carr on the inside of Quagg. Has he got the move done? He has. We've got a yellow flag in the middle sector. Who is that for? We got a yellow flag. And there's been a crash. It's Sazonov. It's Suto's side. Suto's had a crash, and it was one of the Lamborghinis. I think it was Blackwood. That was a Valdite. So the 2 rookies who the 2 of the rookies who scored points last time out are out of the race, and it was a puncher that took care of Suto, and I'm going to presume that Blackwood got caught out there.
Unlucky indeed for Blackwood. I mean, that was a bit weird that Suto spun from that puncture. I've never seen anything like that before.
On the racetrack now, then we go. Now, in fact, Roque has actually got a run here on Laura Chung as they come down towards the first corner now. Then on the racetrack, Roque on the inside of Chung. He's been behind her for quite a while in this race, and Roque is finally going to get the move done. George Roque up into 5th position. For the Red Bull driver now, as he goes into the slipstream now, he's going to pull to the inside line now. Then Roque on the inside line of the Renault drivers. They make their way down towards the first corner. Has Roque got the move done in towards turn 1? Down the inside he goes, and he has got it done. Roque up into 4th position. Goes right onto the back here of Barch's Class. He's right in the slipstream. He's going to go to the inside line. He's Byrne going to take the lead of the Grand Prix to go side by side with him. Look at the straight line speed the Honda engine has compared to the Ferrari in the back of the ass, and he doesn't need to even wait for the first corner, and Byrne is into the lead. But given that he's pulled back into the slipstream, there's Carr is now into the pits for his first of 3 stops, we think. But I think Kloss is actually going to try and get Byrne back here.
How close he actually is, so I think Bartosz Kloss will be able to get the repunch, and yeah, he retakes the lead.
He pulled a little bit too early there, did Byrne, and Kloss was able to get the place back as a result. But as mentioned, as Quark is actually going to re-overtake Chung here, because Chung overtook him at the first corner, but Quark re-overtakes him. But as mentioned, Carr is into the pits for the first of what you think is 3 stops. He's just finished his pit stop now. Then he's got 20.9 laps of fuel, so that could be a free stop. We'll just have to wait and see. That'll take him to around about lap 37 in this Grand Prix as Carr. I do fear he might make a similar error here because he's right close to the gearbox of him. He's going to go onto the inside. Clearly on the engine has got a lot more power than what the Ferrari has at the moment. But has he been able to pull it off this time? Because he's still alongside him, and I think he might be able to pull it off because he's forced Kloss into a bit of a compromised position in turn 2. And this time, Byrne has pulled the move off. And finally, Evan Byrne takes the lead of the Grand Prix as George Roke, his teammate, is now into the pits for his first pit stop.
I think that was attempt number 4, or even 5 that took Byrne. No, but now he's finally through, and let's see. Oh, that's a heavy fuel up for George Roke, 38 laps.
Going for quite a long second stint, so this is obviously a 2-stop strategy that George Roke is trying here. 38 laps of fuel, a long strategy indeed for the Red Bull driver. Carr goes through pretty easily there. I don't think that was any debate there really, as De Rosa now comes into the pits. But of course, Roke will have fresher tyres compared to Carr, so maybe it could work out for him a little bit later on in the race.
So that's Amaka into P4 again. Yeah, let's see how much pace he can have with the free air.
While Chung is going to rejoin in 8th position, comes out in front of Joseph Willows' McLaren. She also comes out behind George Roke in the Red Bull. So a lap after Laura Chung makes her pit stop, her teammate Bartosz Kloss now comes into the pits for his first of 2 scheduled stops in this Grand Prix. So let's see how quick the stop is going to be then from the Haas mechanics. He pulls into his box now, then a quick change of tyres and fuel, and he's going to go 36 laps into it. So he's going a tad bit longer than what Franco Lopez is doing in the Toyota, as now he's going to fuel up. And what is the pit stop? 8.9 seconds from the Haas mechanics. Let's see where he's going to emerge. I think Carr is going to go through, which he does. So Carr goes past on Kloss. I don't think anyone was expecting too much of that. So Carr goes through, Perrin goes through as well in the one-stopping Mercedes, still trying to make that strategy work, but Kloss is actually close behind. Where is he going to emerge in comparison to Joantas Martins? I think he's still going to come out in front of the Brazilian, which he does, so Kloss will be joining 5th. Byrne now pits for his first of 2 scheduled stops in this Grand Prix. A change of tyres and fuel, 33 laps, so yep, that is going to be quite a long second stint there for Evan Byrne, but it is a 2-stop for the Red Bull driver. As, we had to wait for Quark there. He got a little bit delayed there by the Renault driver, who's also coming to the pits this lap as well. As Carr will actually take the lead of the Grand Prix as expected, but I would imagine with Byrne's fresher tyres, he might be able to catch up to the Mercedes driver. We'll have to wait and see. Quark is lining up a move here on Laura Chung. He's going to go to the inside line. Could Quark get the move done here on the Haas drivers? They go down the pit straight now. Then down the inside goes Roman Quark in the Haas as he goes onto the inside line. And Quark gets up into 6th position. Move done. And now he sets his sights on the Mercedes of Jesus Perrin here.
It was a great move there from Quark indeed, but I don't think that he could be making a move into Perrin here, but on the next step he will catch him for sure.
Meanwhile, trying to unlap himself. Oh, it was time for Chung there. But either way, Chung nearly lost it on the AstroTurf there.
Actually, no contact
from the Mercedes mechanics now then, as he's now going to go trundling down pit lane. How far behind will he be compared to Perrin? Will he actually get out in front of Perrin, I wonder? As they come around the S's now, then we go. As there is Carr just there, and I think Perrin will just come out in front, but I think Carr might be able to get Perrin before he makes his pit stop. In fact, they're going to be actually side by side coming down this part of the track now then, but Perrin is just in front. Now we look back at the battle for 3rd now between Roke and Quark, as now Quark once again tries to attack the Red Bull driver heading down towards the first corner, but the straight line speed is clearly making him pull out a little bit earlier there as they go down towards the first corner. And in fact, he's not going to do it this time. He's put Roke in a bit of a position, and this time Quark is up into 3rd position. Meanwhile, is now onto the back here of George Roke, and he's going to try and go for a lunge into the first corner now as he goes side by side with the Red Bull driver heading down towards the first corner. Has he got the move done? Side by side go the Red Bull and the Mercedes as they head down in towards the first corner. Danny inside, and Carr gets the move done. Carr up into 4th position. On Chris Chatfield, it has been a pain for us. So he's got a transmission problem at the front of the field. It's Carr! Oh my Carr is out of the race, and it's still another 0-pointer for Armor Carr, and he is out of the Brazilian Grand Prix, and he's still going to be on 0 points after this Grand Prix. Indeed, as Quark now comes into the pits for Renault for a fresh set of tyres and fuel, he is fighting for podiums, so maybe 2 podiums in a row could be the case for Renault in these first 2 races. It'd be a brilliant start to the season for them, even though it seems that inconsistency might be a bit of an issue for them again.
Of course, get a bit of extra fuel, new tyres, and that will be a quick stop.
As it say, oh, he's had to wait, in fact, because Patel's coming down. No, it wasn't. It was a Ferrari that was coming down pit lane. So Chatfield, he had to wait for there. But it won't cost him too much because he had a big lead anyway. But not the smoothest of stops there from Evan Byrne, it must be said.
Yeah, indeed. But on the lucky side, he is very much clear in front as Klaus is now also pitting. But yeah, it looks very good for Byrne at the moment.
And I think Quark is actually going to go through on Kloss here, and he does. So Quark is up into second place, but Kloss, of course, will have fresher tyres. So I wonder if he'll chase the Frenchman down before the end of the race. Indeed, as now Quark has once again got to try and lap the McLaren. He's got a yellow flag. In fact, it's Mocho! Mocho is out of the race, so it's a double retirement for Lamborghini, and it's still 0 points for Mocho. Towards the final couple of the corners on the racetrack. Kloss now right in the slipstream of Roman Quark. He's going to pull to the inside line. Can Kloss pull the move off here on the Renault drivers? They go side by side, heading down towards the first corner. Has Kloss got the move done side by side? Go the pair of them into the first corner, and I think he's got the move done. Yes, he has. So Partridge Kloss is up into second position once again. A little bit early, but as he now passes Byrne down the pit straight for the 71st and final time, and after an amazing drive, it is going to be Evan Byrne who wins the Brazilian Grand Prix here at Sao Paulo. As meanwhile, what's happened to Lopez, because Byrne is up in 6th position for some reason. It said on the graphic, no, it's just changed there. There was a little bit of a graphic error there, but Byrne is still in 7th place. But it's victory for Evan Byrne, and he gets redemption after a tricky race at Road America. Evan Byrne wins the race on Partridge Kloss, who gets his second ever podium in second. Roman Quark rounds out the podium in third, with George Rope missing out in fourth. Laura Chung is in fifth in the Haas, with Franco Lopez an impressive sixth in his second race for Toyota. Jesus Perrin unable to make the one-stop work in seventh, with Rahul Patel in eighth. Gabriel Gomez, who was able to make the one-stop work, in ninth, with Kirishima De Rosa completing the points in 10th position for McLaren.